So let's get started. All right. And throughout the session, if you guys have any questions, just put it into the chat and I'll answer them by the end of the discussion, hopefully. So before we get started, just a little bit about me. Hi, I'm Shreya. I've been part of AI Go Learning now for 4 years, even before it was actually called AI Go Learning. So I do have experience with the company. Outside of AI Go Learning, I mean, I like traveling, cooking, listening to music's a big habit of mine. So yeah, I look forward to getting to know all of you soon. All right. So the first thing, I mean, all of you are here, but like if you still need some convincing why AI Go Learning, it's really that we wanted teenagers to get the opportunity to teach kids from a young age. And since then, we've, grown to be inclusive of people as old as 60 to teach with us. So it's really a good habit and a good skill to learn of, teaching kids, and it teaches patience, and you're also learning with the kids. You also make money, or if you want, you can earn, volunteering hours, up to you. And you don't have to do any of the work except train yourself, because we've created the curriculum for you. We're going to teach you how to do class management, and we also do the payment handling. The only thing we ask you to do is delete. Yeah, that's really the main things of why AI Go Learning. Now, all of you would have gotten an email after you signed up with a username and password for your Thinkland account. If you guys haven't already, please do sign into that account, because that is where all of our curriculum is. So we wanted all of our teachers onto one platform where you're all connected. You guys can reach out to each other if you have any questions. So and we also have like all of the classes on there. So when you get a class to teach, you can have direct communication with the parents, through the platform itself. So that is one of the key aspects of having an account on Thinkland. And also we have our own Scratch platform within the website, so that there are some things like our Scratch plus ML course where you won't be able to use it with the actual Scratch platform that is the MIT's website. So definitely only use the Scratch editor that is on the Thinkland platform. So I guess I'll show you guys a little how it looks. Right. So you guys can see my Thinkland screen right now, right? Yeah. So here, I have all my courses that I've been enrolled with, that I teach. On the right, I have people that are currently online. And the one that you guys will have when you log in is called Start Here. And it's basically, you will start from here with your teaching journey. You'll have all of the information, like setting up your Thinkland profile, your Discord for joining it, all of the stuff you guys should go through after the session. And hopefully you guys have a little bit more clarity about it after today. So yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, just put it in the chat. Hopefully I'll answer it before, I get to the end. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, go ahead. All right. So when you guys signed up to be a teacher, you guys got a sign up form, or you found it. It was like a Google form, and you filled it out. We got all of your information. We got your resume, things like that. So as I said before, your Thinkland account was emailed to you right after you signed up. So this is how training really works. It's you fill out the form, and you'll be asked to join a Discord server. That is our main form of communication with our teachers, because we have like 2 main servers that we use in the with us. So we'll have like our main training server, and then we also have a teaching server, which you will join once you are officially a teacher and you have your own class. So yeah, you're going to create you're going to log in with your school.thinkland account, and then you're going to self-enroll in the classes and courses that you are interested in teaching. So I'll show you guys like the different courses available, and just go through the material. There are some training videos also available for you guys to go through, watch from like past weeks. So definitely do consider doing that. The main reason why we ask you guys to join the Discord server is because that is where like all of the training instructors are. Like, we're there to help you. We have people who will check up on you, and then we just really want to stay connected with you guys while you guys are going through your training process. So, I mean, as I said again before, you'd want to open up the start here and then follow the instructions from there. But the very most important thing is for you guys to join the Discord server, because yeah, you guys can communicate with me through there, and there'll be other training instructors. Your evaluation sign up will be done through that. So definitely do consider that. So the training path. Basically, these are the ways you can be a part of AI Go Learning as a teacher. So you go through your training, you go through your evaluation. Now you have two paths to choose from. You can either become a TA or a teacher. And from a teacher, if you have some experience, after like maybe a session of teaching, you can become an evaluator, like the people who would have evaluated you to become a teacher. So yeah, that is the main thing. As a teacher, you can choose the classes to teach. You can teach classes according to your schedule, and then you also get paid. So like, that's quite a win. So that is that. Now the courses we offer, a bunch of these, like on the right, like from the data structures onwards, these are all new classes that we have brought in just I think in the fall semester or maybe the winter. And all of this information and all of their teaching materials can be found in the step 3 of the Start Here page. And you guys can self-enroll into these courses because each one of them has their own training classroom. I highlighted data structures and algorithms and Python plus AI because these are like courses that you cannot self-enroll in. We had a training week a couple of weeks ago, actually, where that was when it was open for sign up. We are currently planning another training week. It hasn't been decided when it will be held, but during that time, the data structure and algorithm, and then the Python plus AI course self-enrollment will be open, and you guys will be led step by step through the training process, right? So just a little bit more information on the courses. Each level, like we have different levels of everything. Each level is about 16 hours each. And we have like max is 4 levels, and those are for our core curriculums. So mainly like Java and Scratch. That is what really brought us to be who we are today. So like our core curriculum though is Scratch Junior, regular Scratch, then Scratch plus AI, Python, and Java. These are like some of our most popular courses. Then we have like competition courses like for USACO. So that is data structures and Python plus AI. So, and then we also develop some extensions on our courses because we realized that, teachers are going through the curriculum pretty fast. Students are understanding the topics pretty quickly. So we have Scratch and game design. Then we have, Python and Pygame. And finally, we have HTML and CSS. And you can also see like the age levels. Like I know that a couple of people who I've talked to in the past felt like they were really young ages for students to learn, but it's honestly not too like intensive. We've created the curriculum so that it's easy for them to understand as well. And so here are some of our most popular courses. As you can see, Scratch is our #1 popular course. Like if you train for this, you will get a class pretty quickly. Then we have Python as our #2, and then Scratch plus AI, because it's kind of amazing how we've managed to incorporate like a platform like Scratch intended for kids to get into coding, and we've incorporated with like college level concepts like big data, then the thinking tree, all of that stuff. So I don't think that was the right word, but yeah, so definitely do consider these courses as a way to get started. So let's say you've trained, you've done all of that. Your next step is the evaluation. So the evaluation Discord server and topic can be found in the step 4 of the Start Here page. We conduct the evaluation like a mini class. So essentially you will be teaching live coding. Just treat your evaluator like a student, and they'll act like a student as well. So we'll be asking questions, we'll be answering any questions that you aim at us as a student. And your overall score is really what determines whether you get a class or not. So your overall score is from 1 to 3, with 1 being the best. So really just give it your all, like follow the information that we give you guys, and you should be set for it. So you have to complete your evaluation before you can start teaching. Something new that we're bringing in is a deadline, which is 1 month after sign up, but we do have special cases, especially if you are a college student aiming to do this as a summer internship. We ask, we understand that. So we ask that May-ish, June, you guys should start getting your evaluations done so that we can start planning your classes according to your availability and also the number of students that have signed up for our summer session. And it's really easier for us to actually give you a class if you have any like teaching experience, like prior teaching experience, especially if you have a video of it, that would be even better. But if you actually do have teaching experience, it will show in your evaluation. So you don't have to worry about that. But some people, they prefer to be a TA before becoming a teacher just to gain some more experience. And you can be a TA before being evaluated. So that is that. Just as a little thing, like the earlier you do your evaluations, the quicker you'll be assigned a class and you'll be picked sooner. And so we'll contact you after you're done with your evaluation, especially after seeing your score, and we'll let you know when new classes are coming. A common question I actually get is like at the end of every evaluation is, okay, like what did I get? What was my result? And it's really like, we want everyone to teach. So we're not going to share your results with you. Like, especially if your evaluator tells you like you got the job or, you've like passed, that itself should tell you are going to get like to teach. Some people won't even tell you that. They'll just let it be like a little surprise. But we won't share your results with you. It's just, we'll ask you to either be a TA or a teacher. So yeah, okay, you've done your evaluation. Now what's next? Here comes all the legal like mumbo jumbo. It's really, you need to submit the teacher working form. Again, it's all in the Start Here classroom, and it's, you're filling out the W-4 and W-9. It's all this tax stuff. And for people who are outside of the country as well, you guys will be you guys will be, all the information is in that Start Here classroom. Like, okay, we can, like, what do I do if I'm out of the country? If you are under the age of 18, we ask that you start filling out your A300 a little bit earlier, like even before your evaluation, because that tends to take a little bit longer, since it requires like an email or so to your principal, and then they need your signature and your Board of Education, all that stuff. So you just need to send that to our office at AI Go Learning email, and then we'll fill out the Part B, and then you have to do Part C and onwards, and then just send it back to us through the Google form that you will find in the step 5 of the Start Here classroom. All right, so you've done all the legal stuff. Now, like here, you can actually start teaching. So once you pass your evaluation, we have like a team who assigns classes according to your availability and the number of students available at a certain time. And the way we figure out your availability is if you fill out that teaching availability form, and that is also available on the Start Here classroom. So that is one option. Or what you can do is on ThinkLand, you can create your own class according to your availability. So we have like a whole document available. I'm pretty sure it's also available on the Start Here. I'll definitely double check for you guys. But basically, we have this whole document. We take you step by step on how to create your own class, and you can say like when you're available and like what courses you'd rather teach. So definitely do use this as an opportunity to create your own class. That is that. And all right, so you're teaching. Now what? You get money. Okay, this is like the best part of the whole thing. So yeah, so payday is basically the 19th of every month, and we base your like payment depending on the number of students in your class. So if you get as many students as 7 to 8 people, you will get $50 per hour. But like if you have 1 to 2 or 3 to 4, it's like $15 to $20 per hour. So a question I get often is like, okay, what if I like asked for like 7 to 8 students, even though I have no teaching experience? I personally would not recommend that because it's going to be a lot. And then if parents aren't happy with the way you're handling the class, then we won't exactly be happy because it's also affecting us. So we would prefer like you start off with like 3 to 4 students and then go from there. Like I understand everybody wants, a little bit of money, or not a little bit, but like everybody wants some money. So we ask that you, however, start from like the basics of 3 to 4 and then move onwards. All right, so payment is for like classes taught from the 16th of the previous month to the 15th of the current month. And we just follow that cycle for every month. We pay using Zelle. You can easily, I think you can create it. Mainly, you can use Chase or PNC Bank as your Zelle opportunities. And if you're under the age of 18, I don't think you can do that as of right now. So we ask that you use your parents' Zelle account if they have one, or ask them to create one, and then you guys can work it out among yourself, right? So yeah, that is that part. Now, teaching requirements, we have a whole list of stuff, again, in the Start Here page. As you can see by the number of times I've mentioned it, Start Here is going to be your best friend with training. I mean, like we have all of our information there. And then again, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. So teaching requirements, we mainly ask while you're conducting a class to submit your attendance in the beginning of class and then do your class report at the end of every class. Class report is for each student. It's basically asking what you guys did in class. If you're doing it virtually, it's going to ask for your record, like Zoom link, and then also it's just like how the student performed in the class. If you don't submit your class report, you're not going to get paid. So that should be a little incentive for you guys to submit your class reports on time. And these class reports are also sent to the parents so that their parents are also knowing like, okay, what am I paying these people for? And what are my kids getting in return? So do that. Again, like you guys can receive volunteering hours or pay, and we're even offering a mix of both. TAs, however, only receive volunteering hours. You're there just to help out the teacher. Some teachers actually let you teach a project here and there just so that you can get some teaching experience as well. However, not all teachers do that. So if that is something you are interested in as a TA, definitely do consider talking to your teacher about that. But our number one thing is, and it might seem a little silly to tell you guys, but our number one thing is that you need to show that you care. If the students don't feel like you care, or if the parents sort of don't think that you care, it's going to show in your work. And then it's also, we're not going to be, again, happy because these are kids who are trying to learn. We're trying to make the class a little fun for them. So you just need to show that you care, be interactive, be, I guess, childish in a way with them because they're just trying to learn from you guys. And then another thing, we have class changes. Like we understand if you have an emergency or if something comes up. So you just need to let us know beforehand. There is a website, I'll go over it a little bit later, on how you guys can change your class time. And it'll lead you to a Google form where you just need to fill it out with a request, and then we'll get to it and then we'll let you know. But it's really important that you guys don't change classes or change timings too often because it messes around with the students' learning ability. All right. So this seems like a lot, but I'll just briefly go over it. So some teaching logistics, right? Like we're going to give you a Zoom account with all of your login info. So it'll be like the username, the password, and then we ask that you be in the Zoom and on the platform of ThinkLand at least 10 minutes before the class. I mean, you can be 5 minutes before, it's okay. Nobody's going to be timing like, oh, you weren't there exactly 10 minutes before the class. At the beginning of every class, like I said before, we ask that you submit your class attendance. I mean, we have docs on how to do that. They're all in the Start Here classroom. We ask that you record the Zoom, store it in your drive, and then create a shareable link to put in the class video field, which will be in your class report. And after the session, we actually ask you guys to write an evaluation recommendation for each of your students, so that we also know like what you recommend them as their teacher, like what do you think they should be doing. So I'm going to show you guys an example of like some good student evaluation stuff. Right, so these are also some, like this is the class evaluation. It's not too good, but this, however, is like very nice. I'm not asking you guys to write like a whole essay regarding your student, but it would be nice to like understand like them as a student. Like, okay, do they participate? Do they like do the work? Do they do their like pay attention? Things like that. And if also like if they actually understood the content, it would be really good. So these are like all like examples of it. And again, I'm not asking you guys to write an essay, just again, like maybe a paragraph or two would be more than enough regarding it. So that is that. And we also, I'm pretty sure I have examples of a report. 1 second. Again, like some teachers, they go like really over and beyond regarding like their class reports. Again, not asking you guys to write essays regarding your students, because then you have to do this after every class and you're going to grow to hate it. So don't do that. But also don't do this, like student, like who is the person. We're asking you like, okay, we want to know who that person is, rather than, like students did this, students did that, the student participated and did this. And then this is a good example of it. This is actually done by Jatin. Jatin is actually here. He's learning how to conduct these sessions himself. So yeah, this is a great example of a class report. Shows like the main bullet points of what students are learning, and then how the student performed. Like if anything even happens in class with the student, like let's say the student misbehaved or like they're not paying attention in class, put it in this report, as their parent will see this. They might get in trouble, but it's okay. I mean, not okay, but it's okay. So like it's our way of also making sure that you guys are actually interacting with the students. So yeah, definitely do consider doing that. All right, so that's enough about reports and examples. So we ask that you also check your class information. This is the website you use to also change your classes, and you can request a class change. So yeah, you can find all the classes that you have taught and are teaching currently at ThinkLand. I mean, I can show you guys mine real quick. So let me quickly, got it, so annoying changing between tabs. All right, so if I share this and so if I put in my name and then I click search, I'm getting all of the classes that I've previously taught with ThinkLand. And this is like a course I'm currently teaching right now. And I can see like the class calendar, seeing like, okay, last weekend I didn't have to teach. Tomorrow I do have to go and teach. So you can see all of the classes that you have, the days you have off, things like that. And if I want to request to change a class, I just need to click here, and then it'll automatically fill some of the information based on what you just put in. And then you're going to say like your class date, and then the situation other, and then we'll reach out to you through Discord or email you with the important information we need from you next. All right, so that is the thinkland.ai/myclass thing. And okay, so class change, again, like I said before, don't skip class because it won't make anyone happy, and it's really kind of annoying. So again, don't do that. Now I'm going to show you guys like an opportunity for you guys to really show yourselves to us. So we have weekly demo classes on Fridays, 4 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be like we're trying to get other schools from across the nation, even across the around the globe, to partner with us and to give us their students so that we can also spread our message of STEM to them. So we will reach out to you if we if especially with your evaluation score, like if we found you like really amazing, we will individually contact you like once there's an availability with the demo class. But if you guys are really want to do this, you can go ahead and reach out to us. We love seeing your enthusiasm. So, and that will like really make us want to pick you. Your demo class is basically your evaluation topic. So whatever you were evaluated on, that is your demo class. So if we evaluated you based on that project, so like for Python, it's the calculator project. So that is why we know that you'll be a good fit. And if students sign up like to join our class and our courses, you will get volunteering hours, a little like $20 reward. And there's even a chance that you get to teach those same students. So yeah, but that's only after the students sign up. You won't get it right away. Volunteering hours, however, you will get whether or not the students sign up. All right, so we also have a training orientation video. This is like you can find this on our AI Go Learning YouTube, and we also have it on the training document, or not document, the Start Here Classroom. So yeah, go ahead, check that out. Yeah. So when you guys actually applied, you were asked if you would be willing to teach like free of cost to those who are underprivileged and low income as part of our STEM for all program. And I'd say like a majority of you said yes, thankfully, and that's so kind of you. And so really, like if you guys want to start your own chapter, whether it's at your own school or town, state, whatever it is, we are here for you guys to actually do that. We'll like help you step by step with how it's done. We'll even host, like we'll be there if you need to talk to somebody in your town or your school board, if you're interested in starting one up. So yeah, this is teaching for leadership. Also, AI Go Learning is a certified organization to give the President's Volunteer Service Award. This is like, there's different medals, so like bronze, silver, gold, and like this Lifetime Achievement Award, which is quite a bit. So yeah, definitely if you're interested and if you think you've accumulated the hours by the end of the year, definitely do consider signing up and filling out this application. We'll review it and get back to you on whether or not you'll get it. Again, AI Go Learning membership, you can actually join our team, like our core team that does things like this training session. So yeah, if you go on our website and click our impact, you can actually see our team that we currently have right now, and like our past team as well. So definitely do check it out. We have our application right here of joining the AI Go Learning team. And this is actually our team from October of 2020. Like we started in August and this is October. We met up actually in August of 2021. And this is our like latest leadership team. So yeah, there's a bunch of us, and then here are our past team members. So definitely go through it, read about people. We're always open to like answering any questions. So go ahead and just do whatever you want with that information. We also, like a little shameless plug, follow our social media. Like we have our Instagram, which we send our like training information through. We do like weekly little facts and like tips for teachers. On our LinkedIn, we share articles that we ourselves write about our extraordinary teachers. So yeah, it'd be really great if you can support your fellow like colleagues in that matter. So I guess like in summary, your whole training timeline is like this: you apply, then you get your like information for Thinkland, then you join the Discord server. You can sign up for the training session, not required. You self-enroll in the various training classrooms, then you do the evaluation. Again, that's through a Discord server invite that is available on the Start Here classroom. You do your legal stuff, you do the teacher availability form, and you're teaching with us. Like that is basically all the steps you need to do. A bunch of these are actually condensed together. So yeah, it's very much doable. Again, if you are struggling a little bit, we're all here to like help you. So definitely do reach out to us. It's very important. And again, your deadline for the evaluation, unless you're doing this as a summer internship, is 1 month from your sign up date. So this is something we just introduced, and like we really are trying to enforce it because we've noticed that people just sign up and then they never evaluate. So please, please, please do this. And just another opportunity for you guys. We are conducting our 4th hackathon April 8th till April 10th. And we're looking for judges. I mean, I know a couple of you in here are already judges. Like I reached out to you guys and asked you to be judges. So this will be like split into 2 categories. We have our juniors, which would be like 7 to 13-year-olds, and then we have senior, which is 14 to 18. And your main role comes in on April 10th, that final day with all the judging. And we're mainly looking for college students to be our judges. So if you're interested, like message me on Discord. And if you haven't already like shared your resume with us overall, do send your resume to me and I will like go through it and I'll let you know if I think you guys would be a good fit for our judging team. And yeah, this is like our schedule for that Sunday. We're mainly looking for college students to do the junior section, and then we might pull some of you to the senior section. Again, it's really depending on your resume. And then also, if you guys are professionals, if any of you are like in the CS working force right now, definitely do consider doing this because we will put you in the senior category. So yes, do that. We're also conducting some talks and workshops during it. One of them that I think would be really like important for you guys is like the recent high school or college student first year talk, where you guys are just going to have like a round table and just discuss about like the CS field and what really brought you into it. Again, if you're interested in doing that, just message me on Discord and I'll get back to you. And yeah, so that's basically all the content-based stuff. I'll get to your questions now. So these are all the questions that you guys submitted to us through the form where you signed up for this session. So the training, will it be all weeks or just one day? Again, the training, it's up to you. Our training sessions are 2 weeks at a time, where we'll go through basically all of the courses that we offer. They will be conducted during those 2 weeks from like 6 to 8 p.m. EST. We're trying to get like our own teachers to live code and like interact with you guys. I know some of you in here have actually experienced that, so you guys can attest to it being helpful, hopefully. So that's that. So like, for how long does training to be a teacher take? It's really up to you. I mean, I've had people finish a whole curriculum in 2 days and then they like evaluate and then they're all set. Like they're basically the ideal teacher. Some people, it might take a little longer, mainly because they're also trying to learn the language with like the programming language with the curriculum. So, I mean, I don't personally recommend that, but if you are interested in doing that, go ahead. Because like I said, in the very beginning, as a teacher, you're learning with your students. Payment methods, we mainly use Zelle. For like international payments, definitely do check the Start Here classroom. That will have all of our information regarding that. And yes, so after you do your training, your evaluation determines whether or not you will be getting a teaching job per se. However, even if you don't do too well in your evaluation, we will ask you to be a TA first, and then we'll probably ask you to do an evaluation once again, and hopefully seeing some growth will offer you a class. All right, so when do classes start? I believe our spring session is currently ongoing. It started like mid-February and it'll go on till mid-June. And then from mid-June onwards till like first week of September is our summer session. The dates will be sent out like near May-ish or April-ish May. So those are our tentative dates as of right now. Minimum age for teachers. I mean, most of the time when we have like kids who are like 12 or 13 join asking to be a teacher, we have them first be a TA, mainly because legal stuff. However, at like 12 and 13, we ask you to be a TA. We'll ask you to join our AI Go Learning junior team, where you guys are training to become people like us who are conducting this training session. So yeah, and we also ask that you fill out the A300 just so that your school knows that you're doing this, and they can also figure out like whether or not you would be okay with doing it. All right. Is there a specific number of teacher spots for a given curriculum? Not really, no. We have students coming in, and like we build our classes based on the number of students coming in. So there are no set number of teaching spots for a given curriculum. As our number of teachers are increasing, our number of students are also increasing. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Experience, like I came into this with zero experience at all. And I mean, I'm still here, so I must be doing something right. So again, as you are like training to be a teacher and as you are teaching, you are learning. So you don't need like a supreme amount of experience. If you have experience, that's great. I mean, like that benefits us and you really. But if you don't, that's okay. You're gonna learn as well. Is the schedule flexible? Yes, it is. Like I said earlier, you guys can create the classes according to your convenience on the ThinkLand platform, but please only do this once you've completed your evaluation, because then it sort of like looks bad if you just created a class, you're not evaluated, kind of looks silly to us. So yeah, again, teachers do get paid. You guys can get volunteering hours, or you can get a mix of both. Up to you. You guys in your like legal form, you're asked that. So that what makes this job different? I mean, I'm biased as usual, but like I would have to say like no other organization has such a close connection with you guys like we will. So that is what makes us really like this job different. Like communication is super important with us because we are technically a pretty small organization. So if you communicate with us, like we will work with you pretty well. We work really closely with you. So it's really good if you guys can get comfortable with us. I mean, we're just like you, like humans, and like we can have jokes, we can do whatever we want, but just like that sense of professionalism that you'd probably have in a like formal office workplace, we don't have that here. We're like pretty semi-professional. Like sometimes there's no professionalism, but we just ask that you respect us, we respect you. And yeah, so that is my little spiel about that. I'll get to like questions that you guys sent me through the chat. So I think I answered it right now as to when the summer session starts. So if you guys have like college classes going on till like June, like still in the like middle of June, that's okay. I mean, we can get you a class in July, August, and those will go on till like September and October as well. In fact, our summer sessions, like the number of classes are more frequent and they're longer. So like last summer, I was teaching about 6 hours a week compared to during the school year, I'd be teaching maybe like an hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, it's really 4 days a week, and 6 hours. So yeah, I was also teaching 2 courses at the same time, so that is why. Okay, so if you set enough time to be evaluated when nobody like responded, like I don't know if somebody accepted your evaluation request, I can look it up myself, but we really ask that when you're setting up and signing up for your evaluation, you give us like a week advance. So like you set up the date to be a week from the day you were requesting the evaluation, mainly because we all have things going on in our lives, so we need to plan according to that. And if you still are continuously getting declined, definitely do put it inside the server itself, saying like, hey, I don't think anybody's free during this time. And maybe even ask like, when are you guys available? Like any of you. And don't give up signing up. So yeah, you will mainly get a message on Discord itself regarding your evaluation. So yeah, and then your evaluator should reach out to you asking like, do you want to use Zoom, or if you want to just use Discord. We're trying to like not use emails too much because we feel like it's a little like too professional, but I mean, it's okay. So yeah. Can we teach more than one class per session? Yeah, so currently I'm teaching a Scratch and Python class at the same time. In fact, on the same day, I actually teach at the local like college where like students come in, and I teach both classes, and then that's it. So yes, you can definitely teach more than one class a session. And if you guys really want, you can always ask us for more classes, and then yeah, we'll try and like figure out like what's your reasoning, because we again just don't want to give more classes to anyone. So yeah. So okay, if you want to like attend like weekly meetings or like any employment outside of teaching, like what I'm doing right now, it's like I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't get paid for this. So if you're asking like if you get like employment or teaching for this, nothing really outside of teaching you'll get paid. We might like, again, we go through your resumes. So if we think that you'd be a good fit for, let's say, our marketing team or our like business analysis team, we will definitely reach out to you. Those I believe are paid. They're like little internships. Again, you guys can do this on the side with your teaching. So yeah, so oh sorry. So employment obligations, nothing other than like this teaching. There's no obligations other than that. When does training start? How do we sign up for it? So training, again, there's no training week set up for right now. Right now, it's really independent. When you signed up to be a teacher, you would have gotten not an email address, a username and password, which would have given you all of your information to sign up into the Thinkland platform that has all of the training curriculum and all of the information you need to do your training.